So, big question, like when you go through meditation. So, how do you do meditation? That's like, that's an obvious kind of question. How do you do meditation? And the whole thing, of course, is like that we're addicted to doing stuff in order to accomplish something. That's our whole life is like that. You have to do something in order to accomplish something. But meditation isn't like that. Basically, with meditation, there's nothing to be done. And the reason for that is that really, and this is like a really key point, is that in meditation, it's all about experiencing your own nature, your own natural state, without distorting it. Just directly, rawly experiencing your own natural being. And without distorting. So how do you distort? How can you possibly distort your nature? By chasing after thoughts, trying to fix things. And like that's what we do, let's be honest. Like that's what we do. So the whole kind of thing here is to be able to experience or see your natural mind, to be able to experience that naturally without chasing after thoughts. So now you might think that when I say not chasing after thoughts, that you have to control your thoughts in some way. That's not it. That would be distorting. I don't know if you get this point. It's not about controlling your thoughts, right? It's about leaving them alone. Right? So that's how you don't distort. You just leave it alone, right? So it's not that you don't follow afterthoughts. See, you simply leave them alone. You just leave alone. And so as each thought arises, you kind of, it's very hard to explain. As each thought arises, you kind of, so you don't grasp. That easier said than done, okay? But the whole idea here is you are okay with whatever shit comes into your mind. So you release grasping at each thought, right? And of course, you're going to get lost. That I guarantee it. Unless you're a Buddha, you're going to get lost, right? But and see, the interesting thing here is that miraculously, like say you're lost, miraculously, you become present again. There doesn't seem to be any cause for it, right? It's like a miracle, 1 minute you're away with the fairies, and the next minute you're back. You're present. And it's really only when you're present that you have the choice of not following after thoughts. So it's what you do then is, you see, like you just sit there, not controlling, just being open, right? Then you get lost, right? Then you realize you're lost. Then you have a choice because you're now present. You can either continue following after thoughts, in which case you won't change. You can just continue following after thoughts. It's your choice. Or you can simply allow the thoughts to free themselves. That's if you remember that you're meditating. And that's my definition of what mindfulness is remembering when you are present that you have a choice to follow after your thoughts or not. Okay, So we're going to sit now for a little while, and I'm going to try playing a little piece of music right at the very end. Um, I have a point to doing this, which will become clearer later. But for now, let's just sit quietly and experience the natural state. Leave your mouth slightly open. Allow yourself to breathe through your mouth. It's not a special state of mind, very ordinary. There's nothing to create or hold on to. It's just your natural state. Okay. So you might be wondering why I played a little bit of music, apart from the fact that I quite like it at the end, is that it struck me the other day, like I've always found music so amazing, that like it's just a pile of notes really. And yet it produces this huge kind of range. That's it. I find it really amazing. And so basically, music is just a sequence of sounds separated in time. And each sound, this is very interesting, each sound is gone as soon as it appears. Nothing to it, and yet it can move you to tears or joy or depression, you know, music. So it's empty, but it's not nothing. this is where this phrase that you keep hearing me repeat again and again is appearing yet empty. And I find the music is actually made beautiful by the space that encompasses it. It's like happening in space. Now, okay, that's why I played a little bit of music. It tells you something as well about thoughts and mind. That's why I played it. Okay, so you got shopping to do, all that kind of stuff. Well, I don't want to bitch about other people, but let me say something. Is that I like to go to other people's meditation sessions, you know, and usually how it starts off is people start talking about posture, right? And straight away, what goes on in my head is you don't know what meditation is. Because if you start talking about posture, people get the idea this is how you do it. This is how you create. Do you understand? This is how you manufacture meditation. Posture, you see, helps. It helps ease the flow. But it's not the meditation. It's an aid to being natural. That's why mouth slightly open. It's an aid to not being stuck in your head. There's more, but let's leave it at that. So when you're sitting, nice to have a supportive posture. That's nice. But what happens is people become stiff, rigid, you know, and holding on, grasping, distorting is not actually practicing freedom. It'll bring a certain amount of relief. Brings a certain amount of relief. But freedom is in a slightly different place. I think I've gone too far. I might put that out of the tape. Did it make sense? What?
I agree totally. I said I don't agree you've gone too far.
Okay.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, posture's great and all that for when you're doing a formal sit. But you can bring this method into your everyday life.
Exactly.
You're in the middle of a busy place.
Yeah.
Middle of it, you know, and you need some relief for some place as a refuge, as I call it.
Yeah.
You can just do your meditation.
Yeah. Very good. Thank you, Lorraine. Okay. Is it coffee time yet?
I have to go, guys.
Okay. 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 Bye bye.